If there was a lesson on mental toughness in sales that I needed to share with you that was super important, what is it and why does it matter? Ooh, this is a fantastic question. Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business and a fantastic day to talk about you. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento. All right, so there's all the stuff that happens before the sales call. You knock on the door, you jump on the Zoom, signify this jumps on the Zoom, you get on the phone, whatever it is. Like, it takes all of your focus to go through the stages of the call, okay? And we have this thing called sales fade. Sales fade. And sales fade is real. That means you start all the way up here with all the energy that you need, and then your energy declines. But for some people, their energy can be like, woo, all the way over here, and then decline way later. And for some people, it's right off the bat. Now, I don't know where you are in your sales life. I don't know where you are in your sales career. Let's just say that you start fading at 30 minutes, 30 minutes. What do you need to get done before 30 minutes? What mental toughness does it take for you to focus, right? There are some fantastic salespeople who are good at opening. They're good at rapport. They're good at presentation. And where they fall apart is past the discovery phase, past the rapport phase. And when it comes to actually asking for the money, they're a salesperson. There are some people who get all the way to the money and they present the money and they do fantastic, and then they have a tough time negotiating the terms. Salesperson. Then you have the closer who is consistent all the way across the board and pays attention to their energy and realizes, hey, I have sales fade and I know where my problems are and I know that I have to pay attention, right? So I'm going to give you a tool. I'm going to give you a tool that you can use to help with sales fade. Before we go there, you should go to this URL, type it into a browser, drop in your name, your email address, your phone number. You get the goods. Not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. So, sales fade. You have to treat each section of your sales process like a chapter in a book. And you look at it and you mentally tell yourself, okay, I'm going from opening to rapport. I'm going from rapport to discovery. I'm going from discovery to presentation. I'm going from presentation to asking for money. I'm going from asking for money to answering concerns and closing. I'm going from closing to fulfillment. And like in your head, you're literally like, all right, that chapter's closed. We're moving on. Like sometimes what you could do is get your energy to bump. So you're going through your process and you start to head down, you get some sales fade and you're like, oh, wait a minute, I closed that chapter. Focus. It's time for me to focus. You're not saying this out loud. You're not like, hey, buyer. You know, you never guess. We've just hit a mile marker in our relationship. We've went from discovery or rapport phase to discovery phase. Fantastic. Hey, buyer, potential client, you'll never get this. We went from discovery phase. Now it's time for us to wrap up into a presentation. Now, I will say that sometimes you can use some statements, and I've seen some successful salespeople do this in their career, where they will say, okay, now that we are done with XYZ, let's talk about the next stage, right? So in a sense, there are times, I know I'm like, hey, you're like, Scott, you just said, I'm saying be careful how you do this. If you're like making a big deal of it and you're like, I am the greatest man alive. I went from rapport to discovery. No, it's got to be really subtle. It's just got to be like, hey, all right, now that we're done with that section, we're going to move to the next one. What you're doing is you're compartmentalizing the sections in your brain, and your brain is like, I need to push up my energy, but not like crazy late night Saturday comedy sketch show crazy, right? But like, I need to maintain that energy. What energy do I need to have throughout my sales process? Who do I need to be, right? That is a super important question. So here's the thing. As you are going through your sales process, you have to maintain mental toughness of what you're doing, and you have to maintain focus. It's really easy to let it go. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I set a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, you know what you got to do. Share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.